We are discussing the challenge that every Jew has of really getting back to his real source, getting back to uncovering his real neshama, uncovering his real ani. Now, once one does this, then one goes into a process of what's called cheshbon nefesh, trying to get into the depths of myself and trying to really discover who I am. And yet there's a very great challenge. There's a very great challenge, and that is, it is human nature to always defend ourselves, to always try and justify ourselves. So when we enter into this process, this vital process of self-analysis, of trying to get back to who we really are, of trying to probe into the depths of our soul, we always face a challenge that we sometimes say, no, I'm not so bad. Yeah, true, I get sometimes angry, but it's always for justified reasons. Oh yes, sometimes I do raise my voice, and sometimes I'm intolerant, but it's always because people make me upset. Yes, true, sometimes I'm a little bit too sharp with my spouse, with my wife, with my kids, but that's because of them. They're not always behaving well. And a person finds himself in a natural manner justifying his behavior. When one is justifying one's behavior, you can't get to the real me. You can't get to the real ani, because you are justifying yourself. You say, I'm actually fine. Everything's okay. It's just them. You're shifting blame to the whole world. My tools are not good. There's something wrong. The table can't be straight. Something is wrong. It can't be me. This is a natural human tendency. And the reason for this is, it is a form of bribery. The pasuk said, we just read in Parashat Ra'eh, Hashochad ya'aver einei tzadikim. Bribery can blind the eyes of an absolutely pious person. Bribery is something which is so powerful, a person can be a chacham, yisalef divrei tzadikim. He can be pious, he can be wise, but if he's bribed by something, he loses his objectivity. He is no longer capable of really getting to the core of issues. He has lost his objectivity completely. He's constantly trying to defend himself. He is bribed by the fact that he wants his image in his own eyes to be very positive. Hashochad ya'aver. So true, this pasuk is talking in the context of a judge in the legal system, that if he takes bribery, of course he can't be objective. He will obviously turn towards the side of the person who bribed him. That's a natural tendency. Even if the bribe was given in a very subtle manner, even if the bribe is something which is not even something so clearly tangible. But any form of bribery has a profound effect upon the individual, and it completely destroys his objectivity. So the first and foremost thing we need to be careful of when we're trying to make self-analysis, when we're trying to, in these days of Elul, get back to the ani, is make sure that we're not bribing ourselves. We have to make sure that we are really we, and we're not trying to say, oh, well, I actually am okay, I'm fine. It's just them around me. They're causing me to respond in this manner. I'm really a very good, fine, upright person. I want to do good, and I really have very noble desires and noble motivation, but it's them. He's shifting the blame because he is bribed. Hashochad ya'aver einei tzadikim. A person can be a pious man. He's doing everything good. But if he has something which is bribing him, and this is here the internal bribe of wanting always to be good, to perceive our own self-image as being good, then he won't allow the self-analysis to take place. V'yisalef divrei chachamim. He'll start misconstruing the issues. He'll misconstrue circumstances. He'll say, that wasn't me, it was them. He will start shifting blame. That doesn't allow a person to really achieve getting to the ani, getting to the emet. The question is, how do we overcome the challenge of bribery?